If you're looking for a weekly meal prep that will enable you to lose body fat, weight, taste good and are simple to make, then look no further. This is my weekly meal prep for weight loss. What's going on, my good people, and welcome to my weekly meal prep. Today we are going for meals that contain high in protein, less starchy in the terms of the carbs, and contain good fats. Summer is officially here, so we need to get rid of those stubborn body fat and those stubborn pounds enable us to look trimmed and ready for the beach. So without further ado, let's dive straight in. So as you guys will already know, every single one of my meals will contain some sort of protein, whether it's chicken, beef, eggs, you name it, it's gonna have to have some sort of protein in it. So for lunch, we are ensuring that chicken breast, diced chicken breast, is included within our meal. I didn't want to go for your standard normal chicken breast pieces because sometimes, you know, not all the time, depending on how you cook it, it can be quite dry, but I like to dice mine or have it already diced already. So what we're going to do, we're going to have some diced chicken breast. We're going to serve that with some nice rice, not too much rice because we're going to try and limit the rice to a certain amount, and some veg. So here we've got 2 packs of chicken breasts, each pack containing 650 grams. So I'm just kicking off by putting all the contents of my chicken breast within this bowl. Again, you can dice your chicken breast yourself in terms of buying the chicken breast fillets, or you can buy the chicken breast already diced for you. I prefer to have them already diced, as you can see. So in the bowl, we've literally got 1,300 grams of diced chicken breast. I'm now just give my chicken breast a good wash. Again, each to their own. Some people do not like to wash their chicken. I prefer to wash mine. It's entirely up to you. I'm not one to judge. I'm now going to season my chicken with some all-purpose seasoning. Again, quite light. I'm not over heavy on the seasoning. Again, you've got to be very careful in terms of the portions of salt you're putting in when you're seasoning your meats. Just giving it a good stir here, a good mix to ensure all the flavors amongst the chicken breast. And as you can see, there we have it. As stated before here, literally we have 1,300 grams of diced chicken breast. We are literally going to prepare it in a pan with a light oil spray. Each portion in terms of Monday to Friday will work out to roughly around 260 grams of diced chicken breast. Again, a very good source of protein in terms of not only losing body fat and weight, but also building muscle. So without further ado, let's get these bad boys cooked up. When it comes to any form of cooking, I always use this olive oil light spray. It's like literally 1 calorie per spray. We've got the diced chicken breast here. I'm just lightly putting it into the contents within my pan, making sure everything is spread out nice and evenly. And then just literally covering it, allowing it to steam. And I continue by starting to weigh out my rice. Now with the rice, we've got approximately just under 400 grams of white rice. Again, I'm not a big fan when it comes to the starchy carbs. However, with the rice itself, it roughly works out to approximately around 80 grams of rice per serving. So I'm not a huge fan when it comes to cooking rice. We're gonna put this literally in the rice cooker, ensure that it comes out nice and fluffy. And again, with this particular carb source, it will prevent us from feeling hungry and trying to binge throughout the day. So here, I'm just giving my white rice a nice little rinse, ensuring that all the starch is washed off. Placing the rice within my rice cooker. If you're interested in any form of weight loss meal preps, whether it's to do with fat loss, weight loss, or perhaps building muscle, please ensure that you subscribe to my channel. There you go, covering the rice, clicking on cook. And before you know it, it's going to come out nice and fluffy. When it comes to the sauces, I've gone for this korma sauce. I've actually picked this up from Lidl. It actually comes with seasoning on top of the cap, which is very, very, very useful. I'm just pouring the contents of the seasoning all over the diced chicken breast. And that's just giving it a nice little stir. Be careful with your sauces because some sauces contain quite high in calories. This one was fairly low. When it comes to the veg, I've actually got these veg, again, I picked up from Lidl. They come in a pack of 4. You get small little bags, which you can literally just pop into the microwave. And within 3 minutes, they're cooked. When it comes to serving the lunch, we're going to try and serve it as fairly and equally as possible. I've got 5 of these plastic containers, which are quite thick and quite in depth. We're literally going to serve 5 portions of them: chicken, rice and veg. So as you can see, the diced chicken breast is cooked and looking lovely. I'm now serving the diced chicken breast into each of the containers, nice and equally. Once the chicken breast is served, we follow it up with the rice. 400 grams of rice. In terms of over 5 days, you're looking at 80 grams. And there you have it. You can see the veg. I've actually included a little bit of healthy fats in there as well, with a couple of slices of avocado. Lunch is served. When it comes to dinner time, literally we're going to keep it simple and effective. We're going for 2 boiled eggs each day with some broccoli and some prawns. Yes, we are going to add a little bit of sauce to the prawns, but again, we're keeping it as simple and effective as possibly. 2 good sources of protein in terms of the prawns and the eggs, and again, you've got your carb source in terms of the broccoli. In terms of the prawns itself, we're looking at a total of 320 grams of prawns, 64 grams per serving. In terms of the sauce, I've gone for this particular Buna sauce. Again, I got it from Lidl, comes with seasoning. Very helpful, very useful, very effective. I like my stuff spicy. Again, this is optional. You do not have to add this particular seasoning to your prawns. It's entirely up to you. So I've added the seasoning to the prawns, giving it a nice little stir in the pan, followed by the sauce itself. Look how beautiful that colour is. You can tell it's quite spicy just by the look of it. My broccoli is now boiling. And I continue by deshelling each of the eggs. Once all 10 eggs have been deshelled, I literally just pop them in each of these containers, ready for serving. As you can see, now that my prawns have been cooked, I'm now serving each of the prawns in terms of the equal amount into each of the containers. Again, 2 good sources of proteins in terms of the boiled eggs and the prawns. We follow this up by adding our broccoli. As you can see, although the grams per food is fairly small, it actually is quite filling when you look at the actual containers itself. This is a lovely, nice little lunch for those definitely looking to lose fat or weight in general. When it comes to the snacking, we're going to keep it pretty simple. We're going to go for some Greek style yogurt and some granola. So recently I've gone for this high protein granola, chocolate and peanut butter. It is a life changer, along with obviously my Greek style yogurt, and I've added berries to the mix as well. I kick off literally by just adding berries to the base of each of my little containers. Again guys, if you're someone who's not used to frozen berries, I highly recommend you give it a try. Once the berries have been layered, we then add our Greek style yogurt. It's almost, you can see, it's literally like a tasty treat. So when it comes to the granola pots, I'm literally just trying to make sure everything's smoothened out equally. The frozen berries itself, they're really good because obviously with berries, you know, berries can go off quite easily. But with these frozen ones, they actually tend to last for quite long. I obviously use them just for the week. I wouldn't use them longer than that. But again, when it comes to healthy snacking, these will prevent you from binging on things like crisps, chocolates, sweets and all that kind of stuff, because obviously you've got your sweet you've got the sweetness in terms of the berries, you've got your Greek style yogurt in terms of the protein, and then if you want something a little bit different in terms of the crunchiness, you've got your granola on top. Due to the fact that this is 0% fat, I'm actually going to be quite modest in terms of my serving. You can't go wrong with Greek style yogurt. And as you can see, although there are only 4 servings, by Thursday I'll include another one. When it comes to the granola itself, to be honest, I don't really go over the top with the granola. Don't get me wrong, I love granola, but with these particular little treat pots, I don't go over the top. I just give it a light little sprinkle on each of the pots, and from there I'm ready and set to go. So yeah, I'm just literally adding a light little sprinkle of granola to each of my pots. Again, not going too over the top, but as you can see, the treat looks amazing. Healthy, tasty, and delicious. And to go with my treat, I also have this high protein flapjack, some popcorn, each popcorn containing 44 calories, and there you have it, weekly meal prep. You've got your tasty treat, you've got your snacks, healthy fats, and low carbs. Please remember, if you're feeling this channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Exchange for gains. Move it, Karen. Time I make those lifestyle changes. Do it like Darren.